Hello there, good late night here with the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. So we're doing an episode of favorites. Kind of decided on a different topic. I was going to do 5 bands that have come out since 2020, but I decided that I didn't really like that topic. So I'm going to go with 5 albums that have come out since 2020. I tried to stay away from last week's when I did my 25 favorite last albums released. I didn't want to do any repeats here, so I stayed away from those last album repeats. And I've picked 5 other albums that I like that weren't last releases by the band. So, so we're going to do these in kind of chronological order. So, coming out in 2021 was this album, Crash of the Crown from Styx. This is a great album. Maybe they're in the last 2 decades. This might be the best album they've put out. Some people would argue with me that the Mission is a better album, but I personally think this is the best. The only side effect of this one that I have any kind of contention with is that all the songs are very short. I wish they were longer, but they're not, but they're still really good. I like this album a lot. Lots of really good stuff on here. 15 tracks in total. Just some really good stuff on here. You got kind of, I guess, Revelries is kind of the big hit on the album, I guess, if you're going to call it a hit. It's probably the most well-known track on the album and the one that sounds like it belongs on a singles list. Sorry, I'm having a hard time with these stupid pop-ups here today. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, this is a good album, really strong. I personally think this is Styx's best album since going back to probably the late 70s. But it's definitely one of my favorite Styx albums. And when I do my Styx ranking, which I'm hoping to do in the next 5 to 6 months, I think this album will finish very high on that list. So Crash of the Crown from Styx from 2021. Next up is the first kind of comeback album, I guess, for Jethro Tull. This is the Zealot Gene. I did like this quite a bit. The first 4 tracks on here, Mrs. Tibbetts, Jacob's Tale, Mine is the Mountain, and the Zealot Gene, all really good songs. I like them all. All the music's kind of been written to suit Ian Anderson's somewhat dilapidated vocals, but it's a pretty strong album. 12 songs in total. This was released in 2022. The Zealot Gene, pretty good album, I think. The next 2 are okay too, but I don't think they are up to the standard of this one. So that's my 2022 album. My next one is from 2023. This is one of 3 albums that came out fairly quick succession. This is the debut album from this band. This is the Chronicles of Father Robin, of course, and this is the Songs and Tales of Airoea, Book 1, The Tales of Father Robin. So this is the debut of the 3 albums. Second album, still waiting its turn to go into my playlist. That's how stupid my playlist has gotten with so many albums waiting their turn. But this one, really strong. Lots of good stuff on here. Elysian's Forest is really good. Strong song. But just about the whole album is really good. Very Yes-like. Very early 70-ish like. Great album. Next up, from 2024. This is an album I liked it, and then I didn't like it, and then I liked it again. It's kind of settled on me a lot better from 2024. This is Opeth's Testament album. It's a little bit dark, hard to see. A bunch of people sitting there. Really good. So I think this is a concept album. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's really strong. It's got some of that hard rock. Almost grunt, what they call the growling. There's a little bit of that on this, but this has a lot of really clean stuff as well, so it's quite good. Very strong album from 2024 from Opeth here, The Last Testament. Okay, and the final album in this 5-album kind of review thing that we're doing here is this album from Teaser Suite. So this one's about 11 months ago, came out early in 2025. Kind of very heavy, got a lot of heaviness to it. Bit of an Iron Maiden kind of, heavy metal album, new wave of heavy metal sound to it. Vocalist is quite good on here as well. I like her. Definitely got some interesting sounds to this album. Some good stuff on here. This is, of course, is the album Night Stalker here. So I didn't know if I mentioned that. I probably didn't. So it's really cool. I kind of like this album a lot. The songs are catchy. It's quite heavy. Definitely has an interesting sound for sure. So Teaser Suite, that's my last choice for today. And I'll just give them to you once from top to bottom again. So Teaser Suite's Night Stalker from 2025. Opeth's Last Testament. That's what it is, right? The Last Testament. Yeah. Last Will and Testament. Sorry. I forgot about the will part. From 2024, I believe. Yep. The Chronicles of Father Robin, Songs and Tales of Airoea, Book 1, the Tales of Father Robin. This is the first book in this. Well, it's the first album in a 3-album set. Came out in 2023. Jethro Tull's The Zealot Gene from 2022, and the last one is the Zealot Gene. Sorry, the Zealot Gene. This is the Crash of the Crown from Styx from 2021. So those are the 5 I chose. Kind of interesting albums. There's a lot of albums that came out since 2020, many of which I could have put in here. I just decided that these ones were the ones that interested me today. So hopefully you enjoyed that episode. Please hit the like and subscribe. If you want to make any comments about any of these albums or any of these bands, you can do that too. Maybe you want to put some of your own bands in there as well. That would be fine as well. So we'll see you all next Wednesday for another episode of Favorites. We're going to do my ranking of my Who albums. I'm finally going to get to this thing. I've been listening to these albums now pretty much weekly now for the past month, and I pretty much think I know where their placements are. I feel strong about where they are now. It could be a few move ups when I got one more listening session to do with them all, and then I'll rank them all next Wednesday night. So take care and have yourself a good evening, and goodbye here from the Prog Monster.